Hello there, what's up guys, Josh here. In my previous videos, we learned how to model this character. We also learned how to add a rig or bones to it. We did add also the hair particles, and in my previous video, we also learned how to weight paint this model or this silky chicken. Today we are going to wrap up all this by going to the final one of doing the animation. So move out of layout and go now and click on the animation tab there, and go and click on control numpad 3 or the left of the graphic there, and you'll get something like this. Yes, so what I'll do next, I'll just click on this rig there. But before even we do that, so that we see whatever we are doing, I'll make sure that I hide all these hair particles. You can hide it or you can leave it. Okay, so I'll just hide it so that I see whatever I'm doing, like that. And I think now everything is visible. And I will now click on the bone or on the rig, not bone, on the rig. And I will click on Control Tab to go into post mode. And we are now in post mode already. So I'll now click on A for all, A, and I'll click on G and move it to somewhere there. I want to make use of the automatic keying. As you can see, it was already there. So if yours is not there, for example, if I can undo that, yes, it was like this, and here is not blue. So I'll just click on G and move it to somewhere there, and I'll now open on the auto keying there, and I'll click on Alt G to deselect the movement. And now you can see the keyframes have been automatically added there. So that is what we'll use. Make sure that the auto keying is selected here, so that whatever we do here, it will be added to the keyframe. Now, usually I go to use reference images. So I'll go to Google and I googled an image, a reference image. Usually use reference images, reference videos. They usually help a lot in animation. So make sure that you Google either a work cycle. Yes, that is what we're going to do. We are going to do a work cycle and a hen work cycle, or I can say silky chicken work cycle. So I went ahead and Googled hen work cycle, and this is what I got. This is the image I got, and this is what I'll use for this tutorial. So you can go ahead and Google and look for a work cycle and use it as a reference image. So you can see, for example, for the first part of the work cycle there on the reference image, this IK target was on the front. So I'll just click on G and move it to somewhere here, just as it is on the reference image there, to somewhere there, like that. And I usually don't prefer this leg being straight, so I'll just click on G and move it to the front there, somewhere there. And I will also allow gizmo here so that I see the front of the graphic of this yeah, and I'll zoom it so that I see how it's moving, yeah, like that. And the other leg was at the back, so it was somewhere there. Just drag it by clicking on G to move, yeah, and it was rotated a little bit like this, not as such, just a little bit to something like that, yeah. And I think that is okay. Now we'll go now to another. Maybe I can just push this one a little bit down, so GZ, that is the root bone, to somewhere there. And I can move this one down a little bit by clicking on GZ to move it to something like that. And I think it's okay. Maybe a little bit GY, drag it on the y-axis somewhere there. And that is the first one. So we are also going now to maybe keyframe number 10. Use any keyframe of your choice. I'll use keyframe number 10. And as you can see now, this one moves to the front, this root bone. So I'll click on GY to move it to the front somewhere there. Yes, I can see somewhere there. And this one now is being raised a little bit to something like this. Yeah, to something like that. And this one, I can say maybe it's now steps on the ground. And I can say it's now steps on the ground to something like that. I can use that place as the ground, like that. And we now go to keyframe number, maybe number 20. I'm just using the reference image, so use it. So GY, and trying to follow what the images are, something like that. and now this one moves to the top a little bit to something like this. Yes, something like that I can say. And as you can see, the pole target is usually at the back. That is for the hen, and you can see it's quite different. That's why the legs are folding in such a way. It's quite different from a human rig. So that is, you can note that the pole is usually at the back, not at the front. Okay, now we go to number, I can confirm that it's moving. Go to keyframe number, maybe number 30. That is what I will go to, and now click on this one and move it to the front, now front of this other leg, somewhere there. Not too much, just something like that. Now go ahead and just do that and make it even more perfect. Keyframe number 40. I don't think this one moved. Did this? Okay, I didn't move this wall body, so I need to move it. So I'll click on GUI to move it to the front. Since this is working, this is a working animation like that. Let's go to keyframe number 40. Keyframe number 40, and you can see it in your front of the graphic how it's behaving. Okay, keyframe number 40. Let's move now this one to more to the front, even further, somewhere there. Yeah, let's move the root bone to the front, GY to move it, and to somewhere there. We're in the number 5 of the reference image, like that. And we go to keyframe number 50. Keyframe number 50. Now this leg will now be trying to step on the ground. Let's start by the root bone. We are in the 7th, I can say 7th, not so much, somewhere there. And this one will now be trying to step on the ground. So I'll click on G and move it to something like that. Yeah, something like that. And this one is just constant. So let's go to keyframe number 60 there, and the root bone moves ahead to somewhere there. And this one now starts moving now to the top, just behaving like the previous, like this leg at the front or this foot at the front, and it has rotated a little bit. So I'll just rotate it by clicking on R to rotate to something like that. Yes, and yeah, something like that. And if I can confirm if there's a movement, yeah, now this one hasn't moved, so I can just move it a little bit to the ground now. So click on GZ, it's now stepping on the ground, and R now remove the rotation to something like that. And I'll now go ahead and click on this root bone GY to move it to the further to the front there. And this one here, this one is now stepping to the top, maybe I can say so. What did I do? Control Z maybe to undo the movement. I want to confirm whether there was a movement here. Okay, yeah, so I should have gone to keyframe number 70 here. That is keyframe number 70, and I will now click on GY on that one to move it to the front there. I think we are on the image number 8. Yeah, the image number 8 there, so somewhere there. And this one goes to the top, maybe something like this. Yeah, something like that. And this one now, I can say rotation is like this. Yeah, and it's in fact now stepping on the ground quite well, something like that. And we go to keyframe number 80, that is the image number 9, and we can now move this one not on the Z but GY on the Y axis. I've just right clicked to undo the movement. Now this one goes to the front now, so GY, this one moves to the front to something like that, and the rotation is now maybe a little bit like this. Yeah, and this one doesn't move, so we go ahead to keyframe number 90, I can say so. keyframe number 90, this one moves ahead further, to the front there, and now this one is moving further ahead. And I usually advise that you do first the main movements in the first keyframing, do the main movements first, and then you will now add the other movements later. For example, moving the head, moving the tail, that one will be added later. What have I done? GZ, okay, yeah, something like that. And then keyframe number, is it the number 10? I can say number 10. Yeah, this is number 11. That one is no. Yeah, I think I'm done with here. I'll just keep on confirming that I've done the movement here. Now I'm going to keyframe number 100 here. Okay, now that one moves ahead even further. GZ to move it, GY to move it ahead, and this one moves forward, GY to something like that. And maybe we can rotate it a little bit, so I'll click on RX to rotate, yeah, something like that. And we can now go final to keyframe number 100 to see how it's happening. So keyframe number 110, did I move the whole body move? Yeah, so I did move the whole body. Now keyframe number 110, that one stays, and this one now tries to step on the ground. So I'll just tries to step on the ground to something like that. This one moves even ahead further, so GY, yeah, to something like that. And this one to the ground, GZ, and maybe to the Y axis a little bit, yeah, something like that. And now I think we are done with that. You can go ahead and repeat the keyframing, the movement, and we can see how the working is going on. Okay, so take your time doing the movement. Yeah, I did open the gizmo here on this side. Yeah, and that is it. Now you can make the animation to end at number 110 like mine here. So I'll click on that end number there and click on number 110. So go ahead and add the other movements. For example, the head, you can add the head movement maybe at keyframe number 110. We'll rotate it like that. No, let's not use the head, let's use the neck there, and RX to move it, and maybe there to move it to somewhere, something like that. And maybe you can go to keyframe number 30 here and undo the movement by clicking on Alt R to reset the movement. Now you can see if we go to, yes, now the movement is okay. Now go ahead and add other movements and this animation will be just quite okay. And you can go ahead now and go back to object mode and click on the body there and go to this place and open now the particle system, and they will automatically follow the rig. Don't worry about it, they will follow the rig as we did in my previous video, as we learned how to make it follow the rig. So okay guys, that is it for our video today. Hope it was enjoyable, and thanks for your time. Please do subscribe and please do like if you liked the video, and please comment also on what you would like me to do next. Otherwise, have a nice time, stay safe, and thank you for your time. Bye guys.